told you Deidre was smart. Jermaine Hall, wow, wow. My first recruit that I recruited here at Wagner. My first recruit. So he doesn't remember this, but his late grandmother, Clemmy, I go on a home visit, my first home visit here as a coach. And Jermaine Hall, as you can see now, well-groomed, he's got a short haircut. His wife doesn't know this, but in high school, he had these cornrows in his head. And he used to wear his pants down, a little low, back in high school. That's Jermaine Hall. So I'm in the home visit, talking with his grandmother. And I say to his grandmother, I said, he's a great player, he's an excellent student. I said, but if he's going to come to Wagner College, he's going to pull his pants up and cut his hair. His grandmother looked at me and said, you the coach I'm looking for. Grandmother never been to New York, never seen New York. Jermaine Hall's recruited by Notre Dame, everybody in the country. I said, you know, I got to do something to get some. Clemmy decided to come to New York. I said, I got a secret weapon. I got my wife and my sister-in-law. I'm going to sick her out. And they took him down, and she saw the campus, and she went with my wife and sister-in-law down in Manhattan. They had a good time. We never saw him until Jermaine left to visit. And next thing you know, we didn't ask Jermaine about coming here. Clemmy said, oh, he coming here. He's coming here. There ain't no doubt. So that's a rule in recruiting, coach. Go to the grandmother. She will close the deal. Tremendous player, you know, player of the year, leading scorer. I mean, just tremendous. A part in this two individuals. They also part of a 4-year run of 6 guys on the Dean's list and a 3.0 GPA for 4. They never got in trouble. If they did, they know what was going on. They didn't get in trouble, but Jermaine Hall was special in so many ways. He was the anchor. And I'll never forget, we were in the championship game, and Tion, he doesn't even remember this, Tion, one of his teammates, Tion says, at the second half, we got to get the ball to Jermaine Hall. We got to get the ball to Jermaine Hall. So in the second half in the championship game, I think we gave the ball to Jermaine Hall every time. We closed that game off for us. What a tremendous individual. I can't tell you enough how I enjoyed working with him. He was a model citizen, no trouble with him at all, great teammate. Has done some wonderful things playing overseas with his family. I can't tell you enough that how I enjoyed both of these guys. But Jermaine Hall was our power player. He was our MVP. He was the guy that got it done for us again. I welcome to you 2018 inductee, Jermaine Hall. My original point guard, he used to board. Yeah, he's part of the reason
that I don't want to speak about the recruitment that grandmother, you know. He was vital, and him and Jeff Clowder, and Chris Jackson, who's not here today, and Leslie Murtaugh, who's the Swedish guy that we had when I came on campus. Those guys, you know, took me around, showed me college life in a different eye. Pull your pants up, cut your hair, let's go play basketball. My big guy, Nigel White. I see you back there, man. Nigel came in, you know, local hero from Curtis High School. And, you know, Jake's award winner came in on campus. You know, we had to show him around a little bit, toughen him up some, but, you know, it was all worth it. We all pushed each other. We all, you know, we all made each other a lot better. Yep, a couple guys that I don't see, like Sean Monson, another one that we just sort of adopted him. I remember Coach Bruce bringing him one day. He showed up to the weight room in a pair of slacks. White polo shirt. I can't even remember. I looked at this guy. He had some white shoes on. We were laughing about this, and we didn't even know he was coming. We saw this guy sitting outside the gym. At first we thought maybe he worked here, you know. So we see Munson, and he comes in, you know, he changes his t-shirt or whatever. Coach Bruce comes in. Oh, yeah, this is my guy. I found him at the Kenner League down in D.C. You know, Kenner League, if you know basketball, you know, in New York, you know West 4th Street, Rucker Park, and these things like that. So Kenner League is something like that in Washington, D.C. I said, wow, this guy doesn't look like a Kennedy player. He looked like he maybe was playing in Portland League somewhere, maybe. But Munson was very vital and very energetic for our team. And I think he later, his senior year, led the team to the finals. With Mike Dean, I think they went back to the finals maybe 2 years after we did. After starting the season terrible. I think we lost with LDU this season. Yeah. So, you know, I had the pleasure of, like these, we played at Horseshoe together. I had the pleasure of playing with Sean in Israel, introducing him to the country. He became a citizen 2 years later, and I waited like 8 years. Maybe it was the slacks. I don't know. And he retired and left with his wife and family, and I was still over there fighting the fight to become a local player. But you know, at the end, I'm still playing because of Dad and my lovely wife. You know, she's always supported me and been in my corner while I'm there. Made it, you know, probably the easiest adjustment of my life. I remember talking with my agent, Steve Cronin, and telling him I don't think I want to go over there. I don't have bulletproof Jordans, and I don't have He said, listen, take this contract. You got 3 months. You can leave whenever you want. You know, I'll put you wherever you need, even if you need to come back and work with me over here on Wall Street, whatever you want to do. Just, I think you should go. And, you know, I got a lovely family group show for that, and I love the career. I'm still actually playing. And, you know, it's been a joy. To my grandmother, you know, who Coach was speaking about. Just somebody that, you know, she was always in my corner. She always pushed me. She looked at me and she said, okay, you missed 3 free throws. I don't know basketball, but you shouldn't miss free throws. Or, you know, we go on business and she'd be like, well, why are we flying over here? I said, player. This guy played with Michael Jordan. We're flying to Chicago. The Bulls have a game. Maybe he's going to take me to meet Michael Jordan. If he really wants me, he's going to take me to meet Michael Jordan. But I'm still going to go to Wagner, so don't worry. I couldn't turn down this opportunity. That was Matt Doherty at the University at Notre Dame, you know, and I couldn't turn down the opportunity of the possibility of meeting Michael Jordan. So you know, I had to take this visit. So then I didn't meet Michael Jordan, but I met Derek Wingberg, and he beat Michael Jordan. He can still introduce me to Michael Jordan. It's okay, Coach. I got a few pair of sneakers that he can sign for me. You know, some of that money got spent on all those sneakers. You know, my Uncle Charles introduced me to AAU basketball. You know, I was a hot shot kid from Dublin, Georgia. Everybody loved me. 15 years old, I can do 360 dunks, and the girls liked me, cheerleaders, everything. He called my grandmother one day. He said, yeah, I don't know if you know me that well, but you know, a guy in my church was talking about this AAU program with girls, and they have boys also. So, long story short, the next weekend I was on a bus headed to Atlanta to try for the Atlanta Celtics, and probably one of the best things I did for basketball because this lifted me and showed me those elite players and showed me where I needed to go if I wanted to be elite. It showed me also that I needed about 5 more inches. I really wanted to make the big one. You know. But, you know, I really thank him for that. He's always been a mentor for me and a lot of others. You know, my cousin Michael, you know, he grew up in the same neighborhood like me, graduated about, let's say about 12 years before me. I mean, he's still living out there. But what did he do? You know, I got to college, he said, you know, we sat, we talked. He'd send me a carrot box every now and then, dip something inside of the board, you know, look out, and he was always welcoming and always a text or phone call, email, or something like this, a way just to be able to, you know, just talk to a fellow Dubliner, some guy, you know, that took that trip above the Mason-Dixon line and just made something a little bit different from what, you know, guys from our neighborhood was doing. You know, my high school coaches, I remember as a freshman, that summer before, I really was developing into this stud down in my local rec center. You know? And I remember the coaches in the rec center, Mr. Breyer, rest in peace to him, he passed away in August this year, but I remember these guys telling me, listen, you should be over there practicing with the high school, they're going to camp in 2 weeks. I said, well, the coach didn't call me, so I'm over here, you know, it's free, you know, I can walk to this gym every morning. 8 a.m., I'm in the gym, I maybe stay there, I go eat lunch at my grandmother's, I had another, my mother's mother, she lived 5 minutes walking from the gym, I go eat lunch and through to her house and go back to the gym, and I just remember them telling me, yeah, you should be over there, and they tell me all the names of the guys that were going to the practices, and I said, man, you know what, I have this, I said, these guys right here, they're going to see. So, long story short, that year I went in, I made the freshman team, the C team. After about 2 games, I was starting on the JV, and after about 10 games, I was the 6th man on the varsity. And those guys, you know, they were motivation for me, and it motivated me, and just, you know, it was a battery in my back to try to, you know, just be the best that I can be, and they'll find you. You know, and at the end, they find you. And then, you know, funny story with Coach. Coach talked about the cornrows, and I actually wanted to wear the afro like Dr. J. Tell me though, you said you have to have it neat and braided. That's what you told me in the beginning. In the beginning, but you roll us and roll me. Eventually, the hair disappeared. Now, the saggy pants, I think it was sort of a fad, you know, a little bit. You know, that was a little bit of a fad. It wasn't really a personality, you know what I mean? It was just something. But I'm happy that all the things that you did for us, you and your wife, you guys opened up, you know, you opened up your hearts to us, like you said, you came to visit, they took my grandmother, they took her and this, you know, showed her New York City, and she never wanted to tell me, yeah, that's where you're going. But, like you said before, you were the first coach to come in the house and not bow down, and not say, okay, you're going to do it like this, not like that. You told it to her while I was sitting there, and I was like, this guy talking about what I'm going to do. So no, and people telling me in the other room I can do whatever I want to do, I can, you know. But, you know, that's the type of structure and discipline that she had in the household also. You know, she let me grow up as a boy to a young man, but she had that structure of, you know, being a model citizen. Leading by example, respecting others, treating others like you want them to treat you. And you know, these type of things that have carried me a long way. I'm sure when you meet people that know you, like you said, like the story you said in Israel, you know, it's always funny because I'll meet some people sometimes, and or people that have been to Israel through the churches and all the different visits to follow the footsteps of Jesus. They say, yeah, you know, I asked somebody about you. First thing they say, oh, he's such a nice guy, and yeah, you know, he's always got a smile on his face. You can never see, you know, any ill feels on him. Like he's just a person that's just happy to be here. You know, to my father, I'm happy that he made it up. First time in New York City. You know, he was able to make the trip. You know, it was last minute for you, but you're here, and I'm gracious. My kids, they don't understand it too much right now. Amaya and Harrell, they don't understand it too much. But, you know, one day they'll look back and say, oh, okay, like you said, Dad was an athlete. Daddy's playing with him, you know, a lot of times, but Daddy's still an athlete a little bit. So I think Maya will probably be the best hall athlete. That's something that would be special, Maya, if that's what you want to do. Daddy's in your corner. But everybody that came out, the honorees and the committee, thank you for voting and inducting me. I'm very proud to always rep the Seahawks everywhere I go. And thanks to all of you that have been a part of the journey with me.